So in this I feel like a cross between the Queen of England and a vampire. What do you think?
So I made up the last one, the speakers I bought in here. They only worth five. I paid tenner for them in here. Yeah. This is five of them. So I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah, broke even. I don't want to rob the shop or anything. But I'll pre-set. Yeah, I'll pre-set them on pack them anyway in there. Yeah. I borrowed 50 husband's fee. Helpful. I borrowed 50 quid on this for another 50 later.
Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel. I'm filming from my bedroom today because my daughter is here and as usual she's taken over the house and is working, having meetings. But the good thing about her being here was that this morning she had an appointment in a town a little way away from us. I probably wouldn't have driven there at the moment with the way things are with petrol. Because she had an appointment and was driving there anyway, I went along for the ride because I knew the charity shops were really good. So I know that there's some really good cheap ones and £1 ones, so I thought I'll go along, see what I can find for myself, firstly, and also to sell on eBay. So I am an eBay reseller, and part of my income comes from finding bargains and reselling them. So today, I've got this marvellous thing that I'm wearing now. This was in a charity shop that is kind of I think it's an outlet for the charity, and it's, I think it was trying to think what charity it actually was. Can't think. But anyways, it does everything's £1. So I wouldn't normally wear something like this. It's rather luxurious. As I say, I feel like the Queen in this, but it's so warm. It's like a kind of a poncho come, I don't know what it is really. I feel like a mink short, but it's so warm. I mean, I'm literally boiling and I was cold before. I bought it because A, it's £1 and I thought, well, I could sell that on eBay. Somebody will want that. But firstly, before I do that, I do have a winter wedding to go to next week and I have a blue dress and I might try it against the blue dress because that would be nicer than a coat when we're coming down away from the registry office and going down to the venue where the reception is. So I thought, yeah, go for that. Let's go for it. It's actually too hot to keep on. I'm going to take it off. It's boiling. From the animal rescue place, I got two really lovely dresses to sell on. They're both brand new with tags. This one did cost me £15, but it's a Reese dress. And the new tag says £195. Reese is quite expensive and there's just nothing wrong with this dress. It's really pretty, it's a lovely colour. I think it's gorgeous actually. It's not in my size and I wouldn't have any occasion to wear it, but I just beggars belief really that people will spend £195 on a dress from Reese and then it ends up in the charity shop unworn. So that was one of my new bargains. And then my other one was this DKNY, new with tags. Now it does say dollars on it and I assume these are American dollars, but I don't know, they might be Australian dollars or something. So that was $109 and I paid £6 for that. And again, it's brand new, nice kind of jersey, heavy jersey dress for £6. And it's a bargain. So those are two things to resell. And another thing that's quite warm that I bought, well, this wasn't in the £1 charity shop. I actually paid £8 for this one from the RSPCA shop, and it's worth it, I think. And initially I thought, well, maybe I'll buy it to sell it, but I think I might keep it because it could be really good for winter dog walks. It cost me £8, and it's a Billabong sort of snowboarding jacket, and it's got these really warm bits around the wrist, which I quite like, and it's all zippy and it's going to be waterproof, and it's got a hood, and I think that I might keep that. I mean, I don't desperately need another coat, but the really warm coat that I do own already doesn't have a I was going to say a lid. Doesn't have a lid. Doesn't have a hood, and I tend to wear a hat with it, so that might be good. I might keep that. That's going to be probably worth keeping. My favourite buy of the day was this little rucksack. I've been looking for a little rucksack like this for ages. I ended up buying a a bigger one that I think I showed in a previous haul that was a Vans one. But this is really the kind of thing I wanted for my dog walks. So it's not too big, or just when we're out and about and doing stuff. So and still got my water bottle in that we took with us. But that was only £2, and that was in a children's charity shop. That's a Highlander bag. I'm really pleased with that. I will use that a lot because we do a lot of walking. So the other things I got, let's go through them. I'll just go through them. They aren't in order of which charity shop I got them from because they're all muddled up now. I picked this up, which was a new fleece hat, thinking that will be good for the winter for Justin. But when I got it out just now, I realised it's actually a children's hat, so it's way too small. So I've got a friend who's got a little boy, he can have that. I picked this up initially for my dad, but looking at it, I think it's way, way too big. It's an extra large. It's new with tags, Marks and Spencer's, and it cost me £1. This is from the £1 shop that we went to first. But it's a really big, just a big woolen jumper, so I will sell that. I guess it's going to be too big for my dad. I don't know why I keep thinking he's massive, because he really isn't that big. I'd be quite offended. This one came from the children's charity shop. Again, everything's very cheap in there. It's a size 20 and it's Bowden, sort of tunic top, which again, I quite like that. I'd probably keep that if it was in my size, but it's too big. But that's quite nice. And for 99p, you can't go wrong, can you? This was really screwed up, but I kind of felt it and thought, that feels like some nice fabric. And it turned out it was right. It's just a turtleneck top, which really needs a good wash and iron. But when I looked at it, it was cashmere, wool and silk mix. So I thought it was a nice fabric. So it's only an M&S again, but that's another one that I'll be selling. And then I picked these up for myself, but stupidly didn't try them on. Again, they were £1, so I wasn't that bothered. They're a bit funky, the kind of thing my daughter would probably wear more than me. So one of my daughters might end up with those. They were only £1. They're nothing special at all. I don't know what the brand is. Pinkay? Pinkay, never heard of that. I think it's probably Chinese, isn't it? But they were, although they're size 7, which is my size, they are too short. So I'll either give those to the girls or I'll sell them, but I'm not going to make a massive profit on those. This was in the pound shop. It's a bit bobbly, but it's a nice kind of dip dye monsoon jumper, and I can easily debobble that. That was it's the Air Ambulance was the £1 shop. That was only £1 in the Air Ambulance shop. That was the name of it. And I thought, well, somebody will want that. I'm going to probably sell that rather than keep it. But it is my size, so who knows? I might keep that. My reading group has recently read a book by David Armand, and he's really a children's author, but it was such a lovely book. It was so nicely written. I think anybody would appreciate it. It was called The Colour of the Sun. And they said about this book, a couple of the members of my group said that this Skellig is a lovely book and their children liked it and they liked it. And I saw that, and that was in the £1 shop as well. So I thought, well, I'll pick that up. It's going to be a nice, easy read for me. I could pass it on to my nieces or my nephew when I'm finished. So that was another little buy. These are to sell. A pair of Rika, I never know how to say that, Rika boots. They weren't £5 actually. They've got £5 on the label, but I think they only charged me £2 for those. And they're leather, and those kind of things always sell, although they're quite a small size. So we'll see. And then I got this. I tried to sneak it out without my daughter looking because she really loves cosy pyjamas, but I think she spotted them, so I just kind of pretended they were for me. They're at Love to Lounge. Is that Primark? Is that Primark? I think it is. But they're just a little pair of very thin fleece pyjamas. They were in the pound shop. And I'm going to put them in with her Christmas presents. So I think she'll like those. They do look nice and comfy. Oh, the wedding we're going to, Justy keeps saying, I don't know what tie to wear. And he's got loads of ties. I don't know why he doesn't know what tie to wear, but he decided he wanted a blue one. And I saw this blue one in its silk tie. It's quite a nice tie. TM Lewin. And again, that was £1. So I thought, well, I'll pick him that up. He'll wear that at some point. He doesn't wear a suit and tie very often. It has to be like a wedding or a funeral usually for him to get his suit out. But you know, for that kind of price, you can't really go wrong, can you? What else did I get over here? Here's the rustling. So I needed a frame. I bought a frame the other day, thinking it would be good for this nice little picture. Now this is, the pictures behind me are some prints that we picked up, art prints that we picked up, and this is by the same artist, and this is for a wedding present for the people that are getting married, Justin's brother. I just thought it was really cute. What's more precious than time, asked the bee. Who we spend it with, said the other bee. And he's a beekeeper, so I thought that was kind of appropriate. But I got a second-hand frame to put it in, so hopefully this one will fit. The one I got the other day, as I say, was too small, and it's actually a really nice frame, this one. It was £3.50, but I have been looking for a while, and I decided that was worth it. The ones behind me were only £1 each, which was more like my price that I like, but you can't really go wrong. £3.50 is pretty good, isn't it? Because I'm doing little gift hampers for Christmas, I've been looking out for small baskets. This one was 50p. My peg bag, well, I've actually got a peg kind of box. It's kind of bitten the dust a little bit, so I saw that. I think that was 50p as well. I saw that, thought that was worth having. So it looks like someone's just made it. Just a little peg bag. And I picked up this jumper. This is a jumper dress, rather. This is to sell. It's only a next one, but it's got 30% wool. And it's a nice, cosy, autumnal looking jumper dress. So I thought somebody will like that. Again, it needs a bit of debobbling, but it was only £1. It's worth kind of doing it for that kind of price, I think. This might be useful, I was thinking, for all of the Prosecco that everybody's going to buy me for Christmas. A bottle stopper, that was £1 from the pound shop, but that looks like it would actually keep the gas in a bottle of Prosecco, so that's quite good. And then this one, it was £2 from one of the shops. I did debate about it. This Phase 8 one, I don't know if you can see. I did debate about it because it is a bit kind of bobbly, but then I thought, again, I can get the trusty debobbler out, and I'm not sure. I'm going to try that on and see if that fits me. It looks quite flattering. It's just like a midi dress in 2 layers with a layered top. So I'll try to see if that fits me. If it doesn't, I'll debobble it. Well, I'll give it a wash, obviously, as well, and sell that and see what I can get for that. So I think that's everything. So we had a really lovely morning just moseying around the charity shops. Some of them weren't as good as these. I mean, these are very good prices. Some of them were the normal charity shop prices where, honestly, the British Heart Foundation was ridiculous. How do they keep going? I just don't know. Part of why I buy secondhand is for the budget. Partly it's because I think it's more environmentally friendly. I want to keep things in circulation. I want people to buy secondhand. Let's keep using these items that we have created until they really are unusable. And so I want charity shops to do well and lots of people to visit them and to buy their goods. And when they're charging, I think we went to one and they had £19 for like an anorak type coat. It was nothing special. I paid £8 for that really good one, the Billabong one. £19, I thought, you're just going to go around to Primark, aren't you, and buy a brand new one rather than spend £19 on one that has seen better days. And there were lots of things like that. All of the shoes were about £7 or £8. If it's a particular style you like and it's a really good quality shoe, then that's fine. But most of them were just really bog standard, nothing special, quite worn. And they had all the clothing. It was just ridiculous. It was all so expensive. All the handbags were £15 and they were nothing special. So we just left that one. And we went into a cancer research one and that was slightly better. But again, it was really very expensive for what they were selling. So, you know, I've said this before in other videos. Charities need to make the most money that they possibly can. They're not there to serve me. They're there to serve themselves as the charity and for whatever their job is. So obviously that's what they're there for. They're not there for me trying to buy my second-hand clothing, or certainly not for me to find stuff to resell. However, I can't help but think when they sell items for ridiculous amounts that lots of them just don't get sold, and they ended up going to the ragman, which some of those might then get used again in future, but you don't know, some of them might end up in landfill. And somebody's donated that. They get big reductions on their business rates. Most of their labour is free. all of their stock is free. I just think there's an element of greed with some charities that they just shouldn't charge so much. And from an environmental perspective, as I say, I just really think they need to review things, get them things moving through, get them used. Well, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. So that's my charity shop haul for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and do subscribe. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. I publish 2 videos a week and all about saving money and bargain hunting and sustainability as well. So consider subscribing and please leave a comment. Let me know at the bottom what you think about charity shops and what they charge, whether you've got yourself any good second-hand bargains, and just anything else you want to tell me, really. Okay, till next time. See you then. Bye. Oh, yes. Yes. Keeping that.